I used to be a very judgmental person growing up. At 16, I had this black and white mindset of what was right and wrong. I would see young girls doing immoral stuff just to get money. Older men, clubbing, flashy things they clearly couldn't afford. And I would roll my eyes with disgust. Why can't they just make better choices? I used to ask. But that was my 16-year-old naive self talking. I was still sheltered now. I was unscarred, unaware of real life. When I gained admission into the university, my first and second year were pure bliss. I had enough. My parents were supportive. I had pocket money, food, clothes, a few nice things. Nothing excessive, but enough to live. I had peace. I had hope. Then in my third year, life happened. My dad had major health crisis, and my mom's business collapsed. Suddenly, school fees were late. Feeding became irregular. I suffered. Assignments were piling up, and my phone had become a pressing ground with no data. Everything I once took for granted vanished. I couldn't call home for help anymore because I knew where there was none. Then one day I was at a crossroad. I had just a few days to pay for my hostel or they would throw me out. I had exams in 2 weeks. I was tired, I was hungry and desperate. And that was when he came home, the one who promised to help me out for just one night. I hesitated. Everything in me screamed no. But hunger screamed louder. Reality pressed. It pressed hard. I made a decision I never imagined I would. And that decision opened a door I had once judged others for walking through. That one night, it became 2, then 3. And before I knew it, it was a lifestyle. I told myself I had no choice. I said it was just temporary, just till things get better. But money has a way of changing your reasons. And before I knew it, I wasn't surviving anymore. I was justifying. There were nights I hated myself. Times I would stare at the ceiling, wondering who I had become. All the things I once judged, I was not doing them, and even worse. It took me hitting rock bottom to realize I had sold parts of myself I couldn't buy back. Eventually, I left. I cut off everyone, started over. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. Now I work hard for every naira I earn. These days, I find peace in little things. A hot plate of homemade soup, the smell of fresh pepper stew, and a taste of oha that reminds me of home. Funny enough, it was learning how to cook these Nigerian soups that gave me my first real business. From feeding myself to now teaching others and making passive income from it. If you are looking for a way out too, not through shortcuts, but something real, start where I did. This Nigerian soup ebook taught me everything I know. Affordable ingredients, step-by-step recipes, and even tips to start your own hustle. Tap the link in my bio or comment section to grab your copy now. Life is still hard, but at least now I eat good food and sleep better. Tell me, have you ever been in a situation where you had to choose between pride and survival? Be honest, what did you do? Let's talk in the comments.